Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union and Sustainability Night presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. Dylan Tyrer here with you ahead of the Blue Jackets and the Ottawa Senators facing off for the third and final time this season. It's game 2 of a back-to-back for the Blue Jackets here at Nationwide Arena. And for more, we'll throw it over to Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, the Blue Jackets are back here today, and Jody, they're happy to be back at Nationwide Arena after what happened last night. They were shut out by the Florida Panthers, so it's a chance to get right back on the horse today.
Yeah, you know what, Bob? Last night it was a very disappointing effort at Nationwide Arena in front of their fans. So I would think that it was a long night for these guys to come back. You know, it's the effort that you want to see from them, the emotion in the game. Maybe we'll see some of that tonight. I think you will, because the Ottawa Senators will pull it out of them. They're a team that likes to hunt pucks, take the body. So I expect this to be a much different game tonight.
One thing that happened to the Blue Jackets yesterday, they had 3 call-ups from Cleveland, guys that were actually making the trip from Cleveland to Columbus during the day and then had to play last evening. Now, last night after the game, they stayed here, and they're a little bit more rested and hopefully a little bit more in sync.
Well, I would think. I mean, that's not a real bad travel day, Columbus, Cleveland. So, you know, that is a factor, though. I think it was more frustrating for Brad Larson when he tried to put together a pregame skate yesterday. And when you go through those motions and you try to get your team ready for tonight's game, and then they don't really get together until that lineup's on the ice last night, maybe a little difficulty. But I just think the video from last night really just shows that, hey, more straight-ahead attitude, a simpler game will help this group.
And they want to make it easier on their goaltender tonight, too. Jon Gillies is going to make his Blue Jackets debut. Now, this is a guy that has NHL experience, but it's his first game here.
Yeah, and he's been waiting. And he's a guy that's moved around quite a bit. You can tell he's a total pro. He's a big body in net. He's taken a lot of shots in practice. I'm sure he's excited to get in tonight. And you know, because Hutchinson's played really well. So let's see if Gillies gets in there and holds down the fort for the team.
All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
On the other side of the ice tonight, the Ottawa Senators are fighting for their playoff lives. They sit 6 points out of the second wild card spot in the Eastern Conference, and just like the Blue Jackets, this is game 2 of a back-to-back. They were shut out 3-0 last night in Ottawa by the Toronto Maple Leafs, so motivated to get back into the win column here tonight at Nationwide Arena. Now, these teams last faced off about a month ago in Ottawa. The Senators won that game by a final score of 5-2, and in that game, the Blue Jackets learned the Senators' top 6 is very, very dangerous. Their first line, made up of Tim Stützle, Brady Tkachuk, and Claude Giroux, leads the team across the board in scoring, but don't forget about their second line. All those players have at least 20 goals this season: Shane Pinto, Drake Batherson, and Alex DeBrincat. So another great test for the Blue Jackets here tonight at Nationwide Arena, as that'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyrer saying enjoy the game.